Good morning. Thank you for joining us today on our podcast. As we get ready for the Lord's message that He has for us this morning, it comes to us out of Proverbs chapter 3 and verses 5 and 6. And I know that these are very familiar verses to us, and if we are not careful, we tend to scan over these verses without really understanding their impact that they could have in our lives. The Bible says here in Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not unto your own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord, and depart from evil." Every individual is created with unique gifts and talents, we know that, designed to contribute to the world in a very specific way. It can be easy to overlook these qualities, especially when you're comparing yourself with someone else. However, it's important this morning for us to remember that God's purpose for your life, for my life, is very distinct and very different from anyone else's in life. Your experiences, your challenges, even your victories and valleys are all part of how God shapes you into the person that you are meant to be. And embracing this uniqueness, well, that's the first step towards realizing your purpose. And sometimes when you feel uncertain about your purpose, moments of quiet time with God, asking Him to guide you toward clarity, can be very vital. And that's what morning moments with Jesus tends to do, tries to do, is get you to just be still long enough to hear the voice of the Lord. Open your heart and your mind to the possibilities today that may arise from places that you may have never thought they would come from. Because it's in these still moments that you might hear that gentle whisper of God that would nudge you toward your calling. I can remember many years ago when I began to work with youth in the youth ministry. I never saw that as the building blocks that God would use to someday make me a pastor. But see, the truth is that God had made me a pastor from birth. I was a preacher from the day I was born. I just didn't know it, didn't realize it. But then I realized that what God had called me to do was there all along, and I saw the building blocks, and I saw everything God was doing that was leading me towards that purpose. And sometimes we are placed in positions that seem far from our perceived purpose. Yet these moments, they often serve as vital ground for true growth. So embrace the challenges and lessons that come your way, for they may be preparing you for something even greater down the road. Whether it be a difficult job, a challenging relationship, or seasons of waiting that we go through, trusting that God is using these experiences to mold you and equip you to your true calling. Today, in your pursuit to realize your purpose, you must not overlook the importance of who you surround yourself with. Because surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who support and uplift you can be very, very valuable. Not just those who agree with you, but those who challenge your thinking. Because this can sometimes help move you out of your comfort zone. So today, engage in conversation, share your dreams, seek mentorship from those who can inspire you. Together you can discern God's plan, encourage one another, and even take bold steps towards fulfilling your destiny. I am a firm believer, and anybody that knows me, anybody that's sat under my teaching long enough, knows that I am a firm believer in the power of being in position. Because when you are in position, you will realize your purpose, because God will be able to pour out those blessings, those favors, and those anointings that can only come from being in the right position at the right time for the right reason. So remember that discovering your purpose in life isn't always easy. And it's natural to experience moments of doubt, moments of confusion along the way. But today, trust that God is at work, even in the waiting. even when you don't see Him. Each step you take, no matter how small, is part of a spiritual orchestration that God is using to lead you closer to your purpose. Today you be safe, you be strong, and you be blessed, and you have a great and wonderful, wonderful day.